All right, let's have a look at what we got going here. So we're starting to get to the point where we need to look at putting the chassis harness in. So we need to look at something to mount the actual fuse panel to, and we can't drill into the firewall because it's a nice shaved and bead rolled firewall, so we don't want anything going through there. So we came up talking to Sean with this little idea. Sean's going to bond this to the firewall with some panel adhesive, and we can mount our fuse panel. I've already drilled the 2 holes to it over here, and then we can have our front and rear harnesses kind of go through here. I got a couple grommets, and then the panel harness to the cluster and the rest of the dash, everything can go through the cab here. So I think that's the way it's going to be. So we're pretty much at the point where we need to make that happen. I'll show you what I got going as far as harness prep. Sorry if the sun or angles are kind of funny here. It's just really glary afternoon sun. So anyway, here is our panel. The fuse block is going to mount directly to that. So if I put a couple bolts through here, it's basically going to bolt to the panel like such. Come on. Might as well bolt it together. There we go. So I got all the runs coming through. I've gone through, this is the rear harness, so this is all the taillight wiring. I have a couple extra wires that we can use for fuel, not fuel pump, pressure switch for the engine driven compressor, and then another one for the backup electric compressor. So basically this is going to go through one of the grommets. I got a couple grommets here. That's where it's going to go through the floor. And then I'm going to run these on the inside of the frame. So basically these runs, I have one for the rear and then one for the front. I need to now wrap these. So I'll show you the tape that I'm going to use for that. Got a bunch of this. It's Tesa tape. It's kind of fibrous, almost like a cloth, kind of like a hockey tape, but it should be much nicer to work with if we have to peel that apart. Electrical tape is terrible. It's kind of stiff. It unwraps over time, that type of thing. So we're going to take our Tesa tape, and I'm going to pull these runs out, and I'm going to start wrapping them, getting them ready to go through the floor and run them down the frame rails so we can start putting the chassis harness in the truck. So let's make that happen. All right, fucking done.